What happens when you take a highly sensitive person to a high wire park? This happens. It was my company's summer party, and 30 minutes later, only 3 obstacles later, I wanted to quit. As it turned out, I may not have a fear of heights. They do, however, sharpen my senses by a lot. And you can imagine what that does to a highly sensitive person. My body and my mind were trying to assess what are the circumstances I've put us in. My legs were hurting, my blood pressure went up, my ears were ringing. I was shaking and I wanted to run. Well, there was actually nowhere to run and nothing to do besides taking the next step. In 1974, another possibly slightly braver high-wire walker stretched a line between World Trade Center towers in New York City. And with just 45 minutes, Philippe Petit was able to perform the full distance walk 8 times, dancing on the line, with nothing more but a custom-made 25 kilograms balancing pole. And he did something so incredible only because A, he had a team to support him and a plan to follow. B, he followed his drive and he trusted himself. And C, he listened to his own sense of balance and he adapted to it. And as I was walking my wire, I realized I'm gonna do it because I have the exact 3 things with me. My teammates below and behind me, they were cheering and giving advice. I wanted to finish the whole thing way faster than I started, and I was listening. I was listening to my own sense of balance, and I adapted. My name is Karolina, and when I'm not busy with high wires, I am building high-performing organizations. This whole experience fitted nicely with some questions that were coming back to me for a while now. Do we listen to ourselves? Do we pay enough attention to our emotions and motivations on a daily basis? Now let me ask you this. How many of you pay attention to your emotions and motivations when making a personal decision? Now, how many of you do exactly that regarding your work, your role in a business environment? Tricky, isn't it? With all the KPIs, leaders, managers, missions, visions, and all the problems to solve, can we actually listen to ourselves? Should we even? Or is it just business? Research shows that emotions play an important role in decision-making. Psychologists and neuroscientists prove that across different types of decisions that we make, we can observe important regularities in the mechanism through which emotions influence judgment and choice. We also know that motivation is crucial in terms of performance. Another research shows that people who find their work more meaningful to them are more motivated, engaged, and most likely they achieve better performance than those who don't. And we are truly observing a change in the world as more and more companies focus solely on people and they put their people first. There are whole departments, there are whole business models that focus solely on that. And as we invest our time and money in that area, we still have companies to run. So, is there enough room in our business to really put people first? And how to balance it with each other? I took these questions and went to see what Google has to say. In under a second, I got 2 billion results. Like 7 tips for creating a people-first culture. Or 6 ways to build a thriving people-first company. as well as 9 strategies to build people-first culture. In the results, I found things like be people-focused, align with their needs, support their growth, develop feedback culture. And all this is great if you are looking to create some motivational posters, but there's surprisingly little there about how to actually do it, how to balance your needs with the needs of your peers, not to mention balancing all that with the business. So, how do you do it? What are the steps? What are the frameworks and tools? I found my answer in 2019 when I attended one of the conferences here in Krakow, and I listened to a speech by Tomasz Kornaś. He was talking about a model that he was able to design and implement in his organization. The model aimed at improving performance with the flow from autonomy. And the model is called Hive, because just as a hive, it is always alive and moving. After rounds of consultations, discussions, 5 months later, there it was, our very own balancing pole crafted to our organization. And it was much lighter than the one that Petit had. Before the model was applied, we operated with a fixed number of teams. Same size, same amount of people. And if I'm being honest with you, we often felt stuck with the initiatives that we had to deliver, not entirely matching our expertise or preference, only because we were available at the time. That made sense at the time, until it didn't anymore. We wanted to move faster, to be more agile on a bigger scale. And we wanted to better adapt to the needs of the business, at the same time increasing the satisfaction of our teammates. After the transformation, we are operating with as many teams as we currently need. All of them are quickly created on business demand. Some are smaller, some are bigger. Some will serve the purpose for only a few weeks, and some will work for a couple of months. But most importantly, people are the ones who decide what to work on, no one else. We deliver business value and work with each other, make it work by answering 3 crucial questions. And those 3 questions are the core of the model of this framework. The first one is about securing the business. Where do I bring the most value? That way, we make sure that the business value is maximized. We match our experts with what needs to be done. Instead of sending the patients to a general medicine practitioner, we will send our team of experts to diagnose the problem and find the right treatment. The second one is a question that helps us listen to the people. What is driving me? What do I need? That way, we maximize people's satisfaction. Out of every initiative that the business holds, you get to pick which one to work on, which one speaks to your motivation, excitement, or comfort the most. And the last one, it secures us. Where is my responsibility? That way, we make sure that no previous commitment is put at risk. If you are a team lead for already running project, you will most likely not abandon your crew simply because you found another cool thing on your radar. You could. But the chances are that your sense of responsibility won't let you. And of course, that sense of responsibility is different to everyone, and not every business initiative will be exciting to all. However, until now, every business initiative was delivered and found its team. Instead of assigning any kind of work to the people, we let them make responsible decisions about what they want to do, and we let them fully own those decisions. All that wouldn't exist without trust and the fact that we are all responsible for the company. You see, we are an employee-owned organization, meaning that every profit as well as every loss is reflected in our salaries. So how does the model put our people first, at the same time securing company success? It creates a bridge between people and the business. It creates a platform to meet people's needs, at the same time getting the job done. Since implementing the Hive model within just 1 year, the benefits were twofold. We were able to attract 3 new talents, and another 3 who were considering leaving the team have been retained. One of them is a developer who wanted to become a team leader, and shortly before the transformation, he approached me and said, "I want to be a team leader." I was overjoyed with that info because the team was growing and we needed more leaders. But then he said, "This is why I will be leaving. I need more comfort." That's where it was. The emotion that determined his decision: fear. For some reason, he considered a smaller project the safer option to start his journey in this new role. But as we talked, he realized that actually the biggest comfort he could get would be on this current project. He already knew the client, he knew the domain, he knew the tech stack, and he knew the people he worked with. It was amazing to see how his mindset just shifted like that. And he took that leap of faith. He went to try his strength in this new role that appeared to him as difficult, as challenging at the very beginning. Hive's being kicked off just a few weeks later gave us just what we needed. New teams emerging, and he found his platform, his space to comfortably and with security that he needed to start this new role. And we were able to not only keep him, but to keep him happy and growing. There it was, our own balancing pole, customly made just for us. It was not an easy thing to implement, especially in such a competitive environment like IT. We were already walking a thin high wire, and there I was experimenting with something that could either make us all happy and successful or plunge us into chaos. It took me over 5 months to prepare our organization for a change like that. Of course, significant groundwork was already done. Our teams were already cross-functional and somewhat autonomous, but we needed to collectively discuss, design, and implement an entirely new ecosystem. And as I'm reflecting on that particular walk, I realize that what supported it, again, was that my teammates trusted my plan, and they were the ones who materialized the model. My fear of losing them kept me going, and I listened to ideas and concerns being voiced, and I adapted to them. Last month, we did a survey to check the overall satisfaction with the model. 72% of the people said that they are either very satisfied or satisfied with how things work with the model. 100% declared that they want to continue working after the transformation with that model. And this year only, and it's August, we were able to deliver 30% more initiatives than the whole year 2020. And what about our client? Well, they invited us to a meeting with their global stakeholders to share the model as an inspiration for their internal structuring. All of this may appear as idealistic or hard to achieve or fitted only for certain types of companies. And it may be so. And yes, it will be hard work. It will require you to listen to the people you work with. And for sure, it will not fit your company 100%. Your goals may be different. But trying it out can help you discover great things about you and the people you work with. And you really can't go wrong with that. After all, you do need the right mindset and self-awareness to build a truly humanistic workplace that will enhance your competitive advantage. But what you also need is to support that process with specific behavioral guidelines and frameworks that work without relying on vague understanding of what it really means to put people first. Take those few things for a spin and see what happens. Take those questions inside your team and try encouraging self-assignment. Ask your teammates on a regular basis what is driving them. See if you can make room for it. Or even take a look at your role. Is it crafted for you, for your ambition, for your motivation? Whatever is the line you are currently walking, the only thing that you need to do is to listen. Listen to yourself. Feel your balance. Adapt to it. Encourage the people around you to do the same. And support them with whatever they hear. Thank you.
What do you think defines the culture in your company? Is it the culture that defines how the model works, or is it the model that helps you to form the culture in the company?
Definitely the culture made it easier. We needed the right approach from the start to even start thinking and talking about the change like that. But we don't want to just sit back and see what is happening. Like, we don't want to just be submissive to the culture that we have. We want to be very aware of the culture and about the strategies and the things that we can do to shape that culture for the future.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. So give a big round of applause again to everyone. Thank you so much.